got on top of the bitch and I started punching her. And like with my head in her hand. And then someone walks up, I can't remember if it was the police or if it was like... Girls, I'm gonna piss myself. I'm gonna do a story time of how I beat a bitch up. Hello, move like that. Can you fuck up? Get out of my personal space. I need my slippers. Okay, then say that when you're over there. Don't come in like all. And I was moving the camera so you didn't stand on it because your knee was literally about to. No, I put it down. Know where it was. My skin's breaking out. It's actually not, like, it's not that bad as what it used to be because I rewatched one of my old videos. Like, it wasn't even that old. It was a Halloween video, which is my favourite video. The Halloween party vlog, and my skin was so bad then. Like, who let me leave the house with my skin looking that bad? Like, it was so atrocious. So it's got so much better and I'm so grateful for that. But like, I ran out of spot cream and spot pills, like basically my prescription for them. I ran out, so now I've got nothing left. But my mum or my dad's actually getting my prescription, picking it back up because I can just get it rethingied, so they're picking it up today. Anyway, we're making pancakes today. Tegan's going to tell you about the story of how her wiggly doodles, how her hair got ripped off because Tegan is bald, and she's going to tell you guys about how this little bitch pulled her hair off, just went in front of everyone. I don't like her at all. She's a bitch.
I like being on camera. She's just a camera shy girl with her booty on me right now. Oh, my baby.
Right, girls, we're on the old camera because the other one isn't charged.
Come on, man. 34.
You slay. There's a towel over there.
I'm not walking around with wet hands.
But why are you being so awkward for? You're free.
Just get me a goddamn towel.
I'm getting you one.
That's not very good, Tegan.
I'll get water all over the floor. What the fuck's the point? So fucked. It's literally fine. It wasn't a massive deal.
No, I know it isn't, but like, what's the point of me getting water everywhere when you could just walk over and get it?
Because I was doing this.
You know what, I'm not getting your phone for you, fucking bitch.
Well, then we just won't make pancakes then.
Okay, well then don't be a bitch.
She's a bitch anyway.
There we go, we're making Jamie Oliver's pancakes.
I need to separate the eggs, putting the whites into one bowl and the yolks into
I'll
another.
do that. Can you stop staring at me when you fucking put pressure on me? No, Tegan, I mean it.
You thought you could do it?
I wish you could do it, though. I've done it before, Tegan. No, this is your fault. Like, you're fucking staring at me. No, it's not funny. You're fucking pissed me off. You're staring at me like you put so much pressure on me.
I wasn't even staring.
You literally go like this.
Well, put that in there. You don't. What are you doing? You need to put the yolks in there. Where's the other fucking egg? Oh yeah, exactly. You fucking twat. The difference is, Kenzie, I laugh it off. You take it so deeply.
No, I took it so deeply because you fucking stared at me. I wouldn't take it deeply because you wouldn't put so much pressure on me.
I don't know when it cut off, so I apologise.
Take this back to which face?
Story time!
Do you want to hear about how I got into a fight? Because I'm going to tell you.
I was okay with this lass all night. I'd complimented her coat. I'd tried to help her find the keys. Do you know what? I'd been nice to her. Heard stories about the girl, because she's not a very nice girl. But I'm the type of person to be fine with you up until the point you give me a reason to personally not be okay with you. Do you know what I mean? Tensions were running high. She'd basically tried to get with like one of someone's cousins. I'm not going to say anyone's name. But and like it was my friend, like it was her cousin, and she didn't want that to happen. She felt a bit uncomfortable. Bearing in mind the girl who I had a fight with and the girl I'm talking about was like, they're friends. Do you know what I mean?
They're really
so yeah, so it was just a bit like, Howie, like, don't do that to your mate. You can get with any lad, you don't have to go for the cousin. It was just, so basically I'd went to this lass. I'm going to call her Lily because I think it's going to get annoying me like not naming her. I went over to Lily and I was like, listen, like, Thingy's a bit like uncomfortable with it, like my friend's a bit uncomfortable with it, like, I just think like, you know, maybe just like don't do it. And then straight away she was like, I understand 100%. If Thingy's not okay with it, like, I'll like, you know, I'll stop it. I was like, okay, perfect. I'd want to go walk inside. She stayed outside with the lad. I was like, right, okay, whatever. I was like,
But my take
they're not
isn't the
gonna
only
listen.
one who spoke to her about it. Like
Yeah.
there was a few people through the night who asked her to not.
Yeah,
Not get
including
with it.
my friend who was cousins with the lad. Basically, they'd ended up getting with each other. Like, even though she knew it was making my friend uncomfortable. And then my friend had ended up going over to her afterwards and was like, did you get with him? And she was like, no, we were just talking. And then my friend left, and then I was like, because I'd walked over with like my friend, and I was like, I was not being aggressive in any sort of way. I was like kind of just being like, I was trying to just like make her be a better person. Do you know what I mean? I was just trying to give her some advice. Be like, well, I just don't think you should have done that, blah, 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 blah. The older sister in me was coming out. Do you know what I mean? And then she was like, I promise, we just talked. I was like, I know, but like, was the chat really worth it? Like, was the conversations that you had worth upsetting, like, your friend? It just, like, it wasn't, was it? And she was like, no. And then I, like, ended up walking away because she was adamant that she didn't get with him. And then, anyway, it all kicked off with, like, lads because they were about to have a fight. But that's a whole different story. That's not my story to tell, do you know what I mean? The lass came out, Lily came out, and was like, oh my God, are they only doing this because I got with him? And she said that in front of me, and I was like, so you did get with him then? And that's when I actually had an argument with her, because I was like, I hate liars. Don't fucking lie to my face. She looked me dead in the eye and went, I promise we just talked. Like, don't fucking lie. Like, why lie? Like, I hate liars. It's like, so you're a fucking liar. And then she was like, oh, fuck off, man. Because then she started trying to lie, even though I'd already heard her say that she'd got with him. She said it right in front of my face. I was like, are you stupid? So we'd had like a bit of an argument, and then it was left, and then I like walked away, or she walked away, or something like that. And she'd walked home, come back 2 minutes later, can't find my keys. Me being a good person, even though we'd had an argument earlier on in the night, I was like, right, I'll help you find your keys. The air was a bit solly because I didn't like her. She'd like pissed me off, but you know, I'm still a decent person. I'm gonna help you like find your keys so you can get home safe. So I was like putting my hands in her pockets trying to help her, and I was like, are they not in your pockets? She was like, I don't have pockets. I went, well, you fucking do, my hands are in them. And then she started saying something under her breath, so I went, hey, you can fuck off. Like, if you carry on, you can fuck off and find your own way home. And then she was like, oh, well, I fucking will then. So then she stormed off. But also during the night, the lad who was like my friend's cousin, he'd like pushed this Lily because like he'd got like so riled up. He was like the one going to be like fighting like with like some other lads, and he'd like I'd went over to him to basically tell him to go back inside, like he wasn't helping, like what are you doing? And then he's trying to square up to me because he'd pushed Lily and was like because she'd like went over to him and like he like pushed out the way, and I was like, this is again after we'd had this argument. I was like, don't fucking push her. What are you pushing her for? I was like, don't push like a woman. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then he was like, oh what, getting in my face. And I was like, what, you fucking squaring up to me? Like, see, like, what do you think's gonna happen? But anyway, that was left again because I like walked away from that. And then a bit later on, after the whole key kerfuffle and stuff like that, and after she'd stormed off, she started shouting at one of the lads. And I was like, right, she's not helping the situation. She's making more drama. She's making it more tense. It's something, it's gonna kick off. She's not helping. Like, I was all night trying to stop a fight from happening. I was literally fucking dragging grown-ass men away from each other. Like, do you know what I mean? And she just wasn't helping the situation at all. So she started like shouting at someone. So I'd walked over and I was like, hey, you're not helping. Can you just pack it in? Like, shut up. Like, you're not helping the situation. And then this is when it gets a bit blurry. Because I thought she pushed me first. Lola said she pushed me first, and Dan, my boyfriend, said she pushed me first. And I was adamant she pushed me first. But then apparently the woman who owns the pub looked at the CCTV footage, but she won't let me see it. Let's keep that in mind. She won't let me see the CCTV footage.
She won't let anyone see
footage. But she was adamant that it looks like I pushed her first. And I was like, listen, the only reason I would have pushed her first is if she got in my face. I'm not the type of person to just push someone. Like, if she got in my face, then I would probably push her back to, like, be like, get the hell out of my face. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't just push her to start a fight. But then, yeah, basically, we'd ended up pushing each other. Like, we just started having a bit of, like a scruffle on. It was just pushing. And honestly, I don't count that as a fight because no one was going to get hurt in that situation just by pushing each other. Like, Lola was then, she was like trying to grab us both to like, you know, keep it like under control. And then all of a sudden this fucking bitch grabbed my hair, knowing about my condition, by the way. She grabbed my hair, obviously it came off. And then like the people from the pub who owns the pub looked at CCTV and went, they're trying to make it look like an accident. I went, bitch, it wasn't a fucking accident. Parts of the night were blurry, but that for a fact I know that was on purpose.
Every single person who was there and saw what happened is on Tegan's side.
I was like, either way, even if we were just pushing each other and she didn't know about my hair and I didn't wear a wig, so let's just say I didn't wear a wig, even if, and then she pulled my hair, that's still indication of, okay, let's fight. Let's stop pushing each other, let's actually fight each other now. Because pulling someone's hair fucking hurts. Having a little, like, bitch fit, like, that doesn't hurt. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, my head came off. I'd froze because apparently her mother, this Lily's mother, was fucking trying to make her yappa yappa mouth go and say I threw her to the ground. I'm not, like, this isn't me being, like, a bitch in any sort of way. But I couldn't throw her to the ground. She's taller than me. She has like, she's more buffer than me. Like, I couldn't throw that bitch to the ground. And after she pulled my hair, I froze in an absolute like just shock because I was like, oh my God, one of my worst fucking nightmares is coming to life. Like, what the fuck? So I froze for a good few seconds and then it like kicked in and I was like, fuck this bitch. So I'd like got on top of her because somehow she'd ended up on the floor. I didn't push her on the floor. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know how she got there. Dan said he'd saw her stumbling back. So I think she pulled my hair. Maybe I'd went like that. Maybe like she'd been pushed back and then like lost her balance because she was drunk. We both were. We both had a drink. And like I think she'd stumbled back and then fell. But no one fucking threw her to the ground. That was a whole load of fucking bollocks. Right, I can either do one of two things. I can run and hide and cry and humiliate myself even further. Because that's what I felt like. I felt fucking humiliated. And I was like, no, I need to regain some fucking control of the situation. Make myself feel a little bit better. So I got on top of the bitch and I started punching her. I'm sorry, but like anyone in my position would have done the same thing. Like it made me angry. And like I'm not necessarily an angry person. Like I can get angry, but like I think it takes a bit to get to that point unless obviously I'm on my fucking period, which I wasn't. I'd got on top of her, punched her a few times. Then I'd literally, it was seconds I was on top of her because I'd got dragged off straight away because there was men all like already like on guard to like break up a fight anyway with the lads. So as soon as they like saw the chaos like happening, they were straight on it and grabbed me off. And I didn't try to get back to her. I wasn't being aggressive. Like I literally, as soon as I'd hit the floor with this like stranger like man, and you know how I feel about men, but this man grabbed me. He was supposed to be a police officer. As soon as I hit the floor, I just cried because that's when the anger stopped. Like, and I just realised what had happened, and I just got sad and like I just felt fucking vulnerable. Like I was like, oh my God, like there was so many people there too because the fight was going to happen with all the lads. So it's like there was so many people, like people had been called down to come and like help with the fight and shit like that, and it was just. There was way more, like, there was just so many people there. Like, this man had obviously had hold of me and he said, he was like, right, I'm going to let you go. Because he could tell I wasn't a threat anymore. He could tell I wasn't going to fucking jump back on her. Because I was just crying. And then he was like, right, I'm going to let you go. And I grabbed his arm and I went, please don't. Because I begged this stranger to, like, not, like let go of me. Because he was like behind us. So he was covering my head. And there was more people behind. And I was like, if he moves, they're going to see my hair. And I was just begging this man to like not let me go. I was like, no, don't move, please don't move. Lola had like come and like with my hair in her hand, she started shouting at the man. I was like, it's okay. And like she just shoved my hair back on my head, and then I'd got like dragged into the pub, and then obviously I'd like went in the bathroom and that and like put it on properly. But yeah, that was the fight. And then we got made into this like massive thing basically, and apparently the lass had went to hospital 3 days after, bearing in mind 3 days after she'd went to hospital. I went, listen, like she wasn't that beaten up, because the mother was saying she came home black and blue. She there's no way in hell she did, because bruises don't come up that fast. For first of all, she would have been covered in mud because I was covered in mud, and she probably had mascara running down her face. That's the only black and blue. She wouldn't have had bruises at that point. And I got like 3 or 4 punches in at the most. Like, I got ripped off straight away. So, like, I really couldn't have done that much fucking damage. And then they were like, oh yeah, we've called, like, the hospital's called the police.
That's bullshit, or else they would have been here by now.
I'm just going to say one thing.
3 days ago.
I'm going to say one thing. Dan got into a fight the other year. this lad punched him with a pyramid ring on. You know what, literally one of the fighting rings. He had a fucking gouge out of his eyebrow. And the hospital did not fucking ring the police. So I very much doubt the hospital is going to ring the police for a bruise and maybe a cut because I was wearing rings. But they were cheap Sheen rings. The only decent one I have is that one, and I didn't punch with that hand. They were all cheap Sheen rings. Yeah. So she might have had a scratch, if that. Everyone was saying they were shocked when they heard it was me, because they were like, do you know what? They know I'm not a fighter.
I was talking with one of my friends who I haven't seen in a while on the bus, and his sister knows Tegan quite well, like his big sister, and he was like, well, I was talking with my sister about it, and my sister literally said that Tegan's not a fighter, and then I replied and I was like, because she's not a violent person, and but like the thing, I think the main fucking evidence that Lily is that her thing.
Yeah,
Lily is like the one who is like in the wrong, but the fact that everyone who saw it was on Tegan's side.
Even people who I'm not necessarily friends with.
This one person who literally used to they called her hair against her in arguments.
And she was crying.
She cried because she felt so bad.
She was sat in her car and she'd seen it, and apparently she was crying afterwards. And then one of my mates, don't know, I'm getting started, one of the lads was like, oh, can you take Lily home? And the last who I went to school with was like, you can fuck off after what she just did to Tegan.
Yeah, and they didn't.
And she has no loyalty to me. Do you know what I mean? We've had a rough history. We've argued a lot. If I see her, I'll say hi, but we're not necessarily
in school,
friends.
They had arguments nearly every fucking dinner time, I swear to God. But the fact that people who Tegan didn't even get along with is literally on Tegan's side, that just fucking speaks for itself that she was the one in the wrong.
Exactly. Going around saying that we were fighting over a boy and shit like that. And I'm like, you are just bullshit.
My old boss, because I don't work there, but my old boss messaged me and was like, would you, because she works with me, this girl, and she was like, would you feel comfortable working with her? And I was like, I'm sorry, I want to be mature about the situation, but after what she did to my sister, I just don't think I don't think I could, I hate her. And
which
then
is fair enough.
Literally fair enough. Blah 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 over a boy, fighting over a boy, and I went, I know you said that you don't want to be involved, but it wasn't. But
she didn't want to be involved
because then afterwards she kept asking and asking.
But she was asking one of my friends, what happened in that, and I was like,
she doesn't want to be involved. She's nosy. She's like, I don't want to be involved. I've got a workplace to go. Which I was like, fair enough, that is your workplace. But that's when I was like, I want to be mature about it, but I just don't want to work with her. Yeah. And she said, I was like, if that means you've got to let me go because she's worked there longer, that's fine. I don't care. I'd be fine with quitting in a way. And then she was like, well, blah, 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 but I just don't want to start fighting over a boy. None of them were worth it. I was like, can you not?
I didn't mind it.
And then I was like, I know I said that you don't want to be involved, but I feel like you should know it wasn't over a boy. I don't know who said that. And then she went, well, what was it over then? And then I was like, well, it wasn't over one thing in particular. It was kind of, they were drunk and tensions were high, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, and then blah, and she kept going on about it. It was just an argument that got out of hand. And then obviously she took it too far by pulling my hair. That's when it became a proper fight. It wasn't even a fight before she pulled my hair. But anyway, yeah, that's a story. Let's get back to the pancake. There we go. That's the first pancake cooking. Slay, 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 slay. Let's go. Fucking minute. Right, anyway, so basically, right. Happy Maxie is my happy girl. Yes, he's my favourite character. It was set in the dream was set in my house, this the house that we're in now. This kitchen was in my dream. This was obviously where I spent most of my time, and this is actually going to be a really good representation for it because I can point where we were. And so basically, there was a party going on, and all the Skins characters. There was not one person who I actually know in real life. But there was me and then all the Skins characters. Yeah. It was such a vibe. I was with Maxie most of the time, which is honestly accurate as fuck because he's my favourite character. Anwar was getting with this random ass girl, and I was like, you know what, that's actually Anwar because he does just get with fucking anyone. And Sid was running around doing fucking everything. I don't even know what he was doing. He was just running around. And someone rocked up. I can't remember if it was the police or if it was someone who wanted the party to stop. And everyone hid, and then Sid was the diversion. And I was like, again, that's so show accurate because Sid literally would be the one to lie to them, even though he's the most awkward and most shit at it. They went away, and then the party stopped, and then me and Maxie were stood right there. And then this lad opened my back door, and we were like, hello. And then he was like, and then looked at Maxie and went, I need your help with these cardboard boxes outside. And then Maxie went, oh, and I went, Maxie, go help him now. And then Maxie went outside to help him, and I started laughing at Maxie. And then the man turned to me and went, well, I need your help as well. And I went, oh, and then Maxie started laughing at me. And then went outside to help with the cardboard boxes, and then I looked down, there's 2 spiders on my hands. I ran inside, I washed my hands under the sink, and then there was a fat, like a really big spider right on that cold tap right there. Went like that, smashing the tap open, and then I filled it with water, and I splashed the spider, and then I woke up. It was so weird, but it was such a vibe. I was like, why can't I just like, why can't the Skims characters just be real and be like my best friends? Because me and Maxie, I tell you now, me and that man would genuinely be best friends. Take away on. Oh yeah, that's a good pancake.
Obviously it needs a little bit more cooking, but like, look at that.
Baby.
Nice fluffy pancake. So I'm basically ready, but I'll just quickly show you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing these jeans, this top, and then I have my slippers on at the moment, but I'm putting my little white heels that I always wear basically. I'm currently at dance, I'm just pre-drinking. Hello? What was I doing?
Baby's first night out! Durham is like not real. Not real.
Hey, I'm back at dance. I really didn't film anything tonight. I think I literally filmed one clip, so I apologise. To be fair, we were only there for like a few hours, and it was just like, we were just like dancing. Can you tell I'm tired? We were just dancing and enjoying the moment, so I really didn't. I completely forgot to vlog. But I'm pretty sure I'm going out tomorrow, so I'll like try video more tomorrow on to church. Des's PlayStation, not looking twice at me. Yeah. Shattered place. Love you, chicken lips. Chickens. Goodbye, love you, chickens. Hello, it's now the day after. I'm still at Dan's. We woke up so late today. I woke up at 11:30 and he woke up at 2. Yeah, we really haven't done much. I've had one meal. Just had myself a pre-drink because I'm going out again tonight. Am I an alcoholic? No, but yeah, I'm going out with Crags. She was in the videos like around a year ago maybe, and then we distanced, and now we're like friends again, so that's good. And so yeah, we're going out for a few drinks. I'm starting to get ready now. Dan's on his PlayStation over there. There's all my makeup, but I don't actually have all my makeup. I don't have a concealer, I don't have an eyelash curler, and I need an eyelash curler. Oh, bless you. But it's okay, I'll make do with what I have.
I'm not a babe. I don't like to be. She's a baby!
How beautiful is she? It's your birthday night out.
I did it. Oh yeah. Emily Clark. Oh yeah. What's your name?
I'm Adam. I absolutely want to be in the
Does she want to be in it?
Just give me toilet roll. Hi guys.
The people would judge that.
Honestly, you know what it is? Like, some people are arseholes. Absolutely, come here, sweetheart.
And you hug you too. Sorry. Oh, you look good. Oh my God. You look beautiful. Your hair looks so unreal. It looks good. We're in the toilet. I think we're going somewhere else soon, maybe, but I don't know. Thank you.